Audio is very important when it comes to making a good YouTube video, a good film, a good short, whatever it is that you like to produce. And it is true that better equipment generally will give you better sounding audio. You can buy a $5 microphone or you can buy a $5,000 microphone. But the biggest difference when it comes to producing good audio versus bad audio probably isn't the technology that you're using to get it. It's probably how you're using that technology. So today I want to give you 5 ways that you can improve your audio with your existing equipment, whether it be a shotgun mic, a lav mic, or just your phone, for free. It's an infamous saying in the film and production world that you can fix things in post. While that might sort of be true if you're filming a movie that is 90% CGI, it doesn't really work out for audio. Audio is notoriously very difficult to fix in post unless you're just gonna overdub stuff, and who the heck wants to do that? So you need to make sure to get that nice, crisp, clean audio when you're on location, when you're filming, when you're doing whatever it is that you need to do. You wanna get it right the first time. The first super simple way that you can get better audio is to get closer to your microphone. This might seem obvious, but trust me, I see people forgetting about this all the time. Sometimes people are vlogging and they turn the camera around and their shotgun microphone is facing the other direction, and then all of a sudden your audio is crap. I've done this to myself plenty of times. Trust me, I know from experience, it doesn't work out very well. Now I get that sometimes it's hard to get your talent close to the microphone, especially if you want one that's mounted on your actual camera like I have here. But the easiest way to do this is to widen your focal length. Now if you bug things out too far and you're talking to the camera up real close like this, it might look kind of funny, but you probably noticed that the further away I get from the microphone, the more kind of echoey it is. But if I can get up closer and just kind of lower my voice, you get a little bit deeper and it's just a little bit crisper and cleaner. You might get the vlog super wide look, but you get better audio. The next thing that you can do to improve your audio, and this is mainly if you're getting sort of echoes in it, is you can hang blankets up around the subject. They'll obviously be out of the shot, out of range of the camera, but they won't be out of range of the microphone. Hanging up blankets, comforters, stuff that's just super soft that's gonna stifle any bouncing noise is a great way to reduce those echoes. And you might see online there's these audio blankets that are like super dense and will definitely remove all of the bounce, but you don't really need to spend $200 on a blanket. Just grab your comforter from your bed, throw it on a cheap C-stand, or even stick it up into the ceiling somehow, and it'll do the trick. I've even done voiceovers, and I know of musicians who have recorded songs like this where they get into the bed and they just cover themselves with the blanket with the microphone under the blankets. You want to make sure that you don't get any blanket rustling noises, so you have to stay still, and you don't want the blankets to actually touch the microphone, but it can sound pretty good just for getting under the covers. Next step is all about reducing the amount of ambient noise in the background of your recordings. Now this can be either you're in an office or a house and you're by a busy road and so you hear road noise, and in that case just either hang up blankets over it, try to muffle all that noise, or get to the other side of the building, just away from that noise. Now road noise is super obvious, but sometimes the ambient noise isn't as obvious to our ears, and then we pull in the audio files and we realize, oh crap, there's a bunch of white noise in this. One thing that I've found to make a big difference is making sure that your air conditioning and your heating are off, because once that fan kicks on, if it's trying to regulate the temperature of your building, you might hear that background noise, especially if you're like me and you film like 2 feet from a fan. Tip number 4, manually set your audio levels. This is something that took me a while to learn, and I see a lot of people forgetting about this or just not even really caring about this, and they'll put their audio levels on auto for their camera or for their sound recorder and just hope that that doesn't end up peaking their mic or, coming out really, really quiet. This is usually the best way to go about these things for something like a vlog where you don't really know the general sound levels for each person you're gonna talk to, and some people might shout and some people might be real low and you can't just adjust that stuff on the fly. I understand that. So in that case, keep it on auto. But if you're gonna do something like an interview setup or a talking head setup, go into your manual settings, adjust your audio levels manually. Now your camera or audio recorder settings should have a certain mark at where it's good to have it peak without getting into the red. You want to keep everything sort of in the yellow. If you forget to set these levels and they end up way too loud, then you're going to end up peaking stuff and it sounds like this. Or it'll sound too quiet and you'll have to end up boosting it up in post, and then you hear a lot more of that white noise in the background. See, this doesn't sound good either. Always manually set your levels and you'll never have to deal with that. Finally, the most important tip that I have for you, if you're a filmmaker or videographer, short filmmaker, whatever it is, and you need to record some sort of voiceover, voice lines for animation, anything like that that doesn't require an actual camera shot, record ADR in your car. Now, technically this depends on the type of car you have, but generally a car has very nice soft surfaces all around it. It's a small enclosed space, so you're not gonna get a whole lot of bouncing around of audio, you're not gonna get echoing, and it should sound pretty crisp. I recorded the voice lines for my last stock footage short film in my car, and I'm actually really happy with how it turned out. It was sort of an experiment, but now I'm very confident recommending that same strategy to you. I was even able to whisper and I didn't hear any sort of background noise. I didn't have to edit the audio at all. It was just clean right out of my microphone. I will recommend that no matter what size your car is, you also try bringing blankets in and covering hard surfaces like your dash, cover the windows, anything that's gonna make audio bounce like the glass. If you can cover it up, and it'll sound really good. It's just a nice DIY audio booth. I suppose that there's plenty of limitations to recording audio in your car, like don't record it on the street when you've got cars passing by and all that, but I think that you'd be able to go to a quiet place, find a park that you can park in and look really weird to everybody else hanging blankets up and stuff, and yeah, no, that might look really weird, but at least you'll get good audio. So there you have it. Those are my 5 tips to getting better audio for free. I hope that these have helped you out. If you're gonna try them, let me know below and I'll cheer you on. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button. I'm gonna keep making content like this if this is something you like, so like the video to let me know it is something that you like. Until next time, guys, remember that you are an awesome human being, and I'll see you later. Peace.